Hey there, YouTube. Ghost Jake here with you today. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. Today I'm going to review Stranger Things Season 3, Episode 2 on Netflix. Okay, that's enough of that. I know this is the Season 1 case, but that is all I have at my apartment at the moment, just to show you what I'm going to be reviewing. Anyway, now this episode was good, but it was kind of another plot episode, kind of like episode 1. Oh, and before I continue, I have an announcement to make. Probably should have made it at the beginning of the video. I just forgot. My return has not been going as so great as I thought it would be. So if this video doesn't do very well, like my first one, I'm probably just going to find something else to review and just watch season 3 just like a normal person. The reason why this one's like 3-4 days after the other video is because I wanted to see how the first video would react. Okay, to the public and everything. And I know with Netflix shows, people mainly just binge watch shows like Stranger Things and other shows. Okay, but now back to the review. So, like I said, it was a plot episode, but it does pick up exactly where episode 1 left off, where Billy is getting dragged down to the depth of like the barn or wherever he is, and the supernatural creature is doing whatever he's doing to him. Like, it's pretty much possessing him, like a ghost or a demon. That's what it is pretty much acting like through so far in this series, in season 3 so far. I don't know if that's because it's low on power or what, but it is not acting like it did really in the first 2 seasons. I mean, it kind of is, but it's having the more ghosty element than the supernatural regular creature element like in season 2. But let's see now. Also, in this episode, let's see, Mike and 11, they pretty much know. At the end of season 2, pretty much Hopper, he pretty much, the sheriff, he pretty much threatened Mike to not see 11, and that caused Mike to lie to 11, and she didn't like that at all. So, but yeah, like they heard, yeah. So, like I said in the last episode about the sheriff being crazy, that is coming to pass. Anyway, and so the sheriff goes to Celery, goes to Will's mother, Joyce, like, oh, it worked, even though he didn't tell her what he did. Right? So, there's a problem there. But we all know what damn well he did. He pretty much threatened Mike about not seeing 11. But anyway, now off we go. Like, and also in the store, this is like a noticeable thing. Like, there's something up with the EMF fields. In case you don't know what EMF means, it means electromagnetic fields. Because like Joyce noticed, like the magnets around her house and in the store she's working at they're not sticking to the wall. So there's something up with the EMF fields. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Right? There's something not going on right there. Like, but Billy, he can see the supernatural creatures, or like the mind flyer, or whatever the hell you want to call them, right, in his mind. So like when I said earlier, it is pretty much acting like a demon or a ghost or whatever. It is. And it is. And another interesting thing is in this episode, I thought Nancy and Jonathan decided to go to investigate about the dead rats that got blew up. Yeah, so they're gonna go investigate that, and Dustin goes to go see Steve, and remember the Russian language he picked up while he was trying to contact Susie in episode 1? Well, that is going to be a focal point in this episode, because they were busy trying to translate that. And sorry, they're busy trying to translate that. And also, like Lucas suggests to trying to translate all the Russian. Also, in the mall setting, Max and Eleven are going shopping, and Will, Lucas, and Mike are all going they're all going shopping. So Mike can buy a present for 11, so she could try to forgive him and whatnot. So, like, yes, and then it also flashes back to the pool, and Steve is getting ready, and not Steve, Billy is getting ready to work, and you can see that he is messed up. Like the supernatural creature, the mind flyer, or whatever you want to call it, that possessed him, is giving him visions. It's almost like he is looking, I almost say like looking up from like a well, almost. That's what I think they were trying to go for. Like he is almost like on autopilot. He's not really in control of what he's doing. The creature is kind of in control of what he's doing. So, yeah, that is going to be very interesting down the road. Now, some other cliff notes there in this episode. There was some let's see, not some other cliff notes. There were some stuff. Nancy and Jonathan. Now I remember what I was saying. Nancy and Jonathan were going to this old lady's house about the possessed rats that's blew up, and the old lady actually captured one of the rats, and Jonathan was trying to get a picture of it, and right when they were getting ready to leave, the rat started getting sick, right, and the rat actually combusted, blew up, and then like the guts and all the rat stuff started moving on its own out of the cage and going somewhere. So the supernatural creature is using the rats some way, like it's feeding off their life force to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I think it's going to continue doing that and build off Billy, because I don't think Billy's just going to be possessed the entire time. I think the creatures are going to actually have its own form. So, but it's using life force, EMF, to build its strength. It's quite obvious it's trying to build its strength so it can attack and cause havoc. But with the Russian thing, like Robin is trying to translate the Russian. Now we're back to Robin, Steve, and Dustin. they're trying to translate the Russian, and they actually do translate it, and it is and it's actually starting to make sense, right? Like, it's not really making sense because it's a riddle. Now, damn it, I probably should have written down what it was, but I completely forgot to do that, because when I watched this was the first time for me watching it too. I didn't go back, I didn't watch it ahead of time, then come back to watch it. You're getting it pretty much right when I get done watching the show myself for the review or recap. More recap, should I say, since it's the 13th and it came out on the 4th of July. So, but yeah, it was actually pretty good. Now, at the end, there was another big twist at the end. The possessed Billy, right? The possessed. Oh, but back to Dustin and Steve. Like, Steve recognized the music, and while the mall was closing, he played. He saw this like toy hearse he put like children on, and he's trying to find a quarter so he could play the song. And by gosh, the song was the exact same that Dustin recorded, and that was off. That was the song was the exact same on the Russian tape that he recorded, that he also had playing from the hearse. So the Russians found out about the supernatural creature, or the upside down, or whatever you want to call it, from that town, the town there. So that's how they found out. Oh, and another thing, closest thing, Max and 11 saw Mike at the store, and then 11 ended up dumping Mike because of how all the lying he did to try to avoid Hopper. So that's kind of funny a little bit. But okay, now I'm back. Like Billy was working still, and he was in the shower because the supernatural visions in his head was flooding his mind. And towards the end of the episode, he ended up actually kidnapping the other lifeguard, because the supernatural creature, or the mind flyer, or whatever you want to call it, the Demogorgon, whatever, it wanted to possess another host so it can continue building up its strength. Because towards the end of the episode, you see it start to come like it was going to possess the girl or do something to her. I don't know exactly what it was going to do, but it was definitely going to do something. So this recap, this was more of a recap than actual review. Like I said, Stranger Things Season 3 came out July 4th, and most people probably already done binge watching it, and I am watching it, one episode at a time. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting going forward to see how where the season's going, since like I said, this is the first time I'm actually watching it. I have seen nothing of season 3 of Stranger Things yet. Absolutely nothing. So anyway, I think I did kind of a good job. I did kind of stumble a little bit. Like I said, it's been like 6 months since I've actually been uploading on a regular basis. I'll get back in the hang of things, guys. Don't worry about me. I will get back in the hang of things. So, but like I don't have TV, so I'm going to have to I'm scouring Hulu and Netflix for shows to do reviews on. If you know any good shows, let me know. Well, this is Ghost Jake signing off. I hope you liked my recap of Stranger Things Season 3, Episode 2, or review, whatever you want to call it, but I think this one's more of a recap than actual review. Well, see you later, guys. Till next video. Ghost Jake out.